It's time. Lock, load, put on your Infinity Gauntlet and grab your lightsaber. This is Nerd Talk. Presented by Weebeam TV.
Well, hello there.
Hello! Hola! ¿Cómo está? Welcome to Nerd Talk.
It's trying to be all sexy.
We are
with
glad
my
you're
hello.
here. What?
I'm trying to
Yeah.
be sexy and y'all get over loud on me.
We did. We were Mike, Mr. Mike, we were just blazing a trail. We're blazing a trail. How is everybody tonight? Are we ready to nerd it up, do things?
Super stoked.
Make
What
things
is that?
happen.
Super happy day.
I am a little chilly. I'm not happy with the weather, but
Is it chilly outside?
that's okay. It's still chilly. I don't like it. That's probably why John went home. Get a little fire going. He's probably home right now.
Drinking his hot
Doing
cocoa.
some s'mores with
Drinking
Baby
a bottle
Yoda
of whiskey.
yeah,
Pancakes.
Boss Techs with Mrs. Boss. Is it Mrs. Boss Tech? I just forget the Mama Tech.
Mama Tech.
Mama Tech. There we go.
Mama Tech.
So
And the baby techs.
yeah, with the little baby techs curled up.
Little Dylan tech and little Cage
Dylan
tech.
doing the s'mores while we were here talking of the glorious nerd stuff.
Nerd stuff. We need
Well,
to
it is
echo
nerd
on that.
talk. So yeah, nerd. Can we get like a reverb of the nerd?
Nerd.
Yeah. So anybody do anything exciting this last week since our last anything?
We'll start on the end.
Ken.
Well, the Glorious Geeks and the Nerdosphere have officially opened, so you can come check us out here in Newport Richey.
True. We got a nice soft opening.
You can check out our website at thegloriousgeeks.com. We're live now. Check out some new miniatures we just posted, fresh out
So
the box.
speaking of miniatures, so someone came over super happy earlier, like, I opened a miniature and I got
Yes.
So what did you get?
We got the boss from Descent into Avernus,
Yes.
the Archangel.
The Fallen.
Yes, it was amazing.
Good
and the
pull,
miniature
good pull.
looks super cool.
Good miniature.
We'll have it listed tomorrow. It's exciting. Things couldn't have gone better.
I ran over to go see it, and he's taking photos, selfies with his shirt up.
It
Oh,
was.
yeah.
He was very
Nipple.
excited.
He made OnlyFans. Just
Now we
for the miniatures.
like I said, we have the online store with Glorious Geeks, and the Nerdosphere
It's also live.
is also live. So now that is still getting that's tweakadoo, but go to the Nerdosphere and look at that. That's in process, but you can at least start looking at it to book your games, see what's going on,
Hey, look at
things
all
like
those
that for the
wonderful photos.
streaming.
Check
So
out our content. You know,
It
we've done
is.
some live streams.
we have done some live streams, so there's much more coming too. We're just at the tip of the Nerdosphere Glorious Geek iceberg.
Come check out everything.
Yeah,
Take a tour.
for sure. All right, excellent.
We'll also be running some intro games, teaching people how to play new games.
Old
Things
games.
like that. Old games, Catan, one of my
Settlers of
favorites.
Catan. Yeah. Right on.
So,
Look at these beautiful photos on Nerdosphere's site. I'm just scrolling through it. I'm seeing some really good photos. Yeah, I wonder who took them.
I don't know. Mike.
Some award-winning photographer.
Some award-winning.
John's gonna say it in the chat anyway, so I might as well
some guy,
just say it.
some no-name guy named Mike, you know.
I don't know. So how was your week?
My weekend was great.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I
Tell
was
me.
shocked. I was hanging out with a good friend of mine, and we were talking about the boys and the
Yeah?
lack of boys in my life, and the fact that I don't watch the show, and I've seen the show when it's been on at friends' houses and things like that, and I absolutely love it. I don't have
I
an
finally
account, so
got
I
through
don't
the last
watch it.
episode. I finally made it
I
all the
couldn't
way
even
through
tell you
season
which
2.
episodes I've seen. I know they haven't been in order. It's cool. I just haven't gotten an account to watch it
Season
myself.
3, I can't
So
wait.
he went on this tangent
Here we go.
about the writers
Good or
and
bad
introduced me. Oh no, great! He's a
Okay,
huge
okay.
fan. And introduced me to the most morbidly vile comic book I have ever seen in my entire life.
Tell me.
Crossed.
So I pulled the photos.
Never.
Okay, it's from
I'm writing that down.
Aviant comic site
Aviant?
thing.
It's rough. I have a strong stomach, and like, I was taken a little aback by
Aviant.
some of the imagery.
It's called Cross.
Avatar Comics. Sorry, Avatar Press is the
Avatar.
publisher. And when she says gory, I'm like, it can't be that.
Cross, like
For
CRS.
me to say that it's vile, like that says
Or
something.
Crossed.
Yeah, like covers of these children ripping apart a pregnant lady.
So it's like a Cthulhu type thing.
like it's
so
like,
I'm in.
It's like super gross and
All right.
like
And of course,
Speaking of
Mikey breaks out the
Holy
entire
smokes.
collection.
Wow, this is great TV viewing. No, they can all see that image.
it's an image I don't think
you don't want to
Yeah.
see
be
it,
on
though.
there. I'm just going to describe it. It's a lady
That's
upside down
like a
naked
Children
with
of the Corn.
kids sawing her in half from her butt to her head, and her
Yeah.
arms are chopped off. It's just
Wow, I'm intrigued. Definitely Cthulhu,
Yeah.
Children of the Corn type vibe.
Speaking of
so-
Cthulhu, pretty soon
yes,
we'll be running Cthulhu at the
we
next
will be. We have Introduction to Call of Cthulhu coming into the Glorious Geeks, so we'll be doing that soon. Also, plus Cthulhu Hack. I want to do some other stuff.
That's right.
So. But he introduced you to quick image.
You found a safe one.
that's hardly it.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
you
that's
found the
pretty
only
safe, right?
PG-13 one they have.
Thank you, Rob. Yeah, that's glorious.
No, it was just simple.
See what I
Like
did there?
it was a simple conversation that normal people it would have lasted 3 minutes. I think we sat silent reading comics like 3 inches from each other, just quietly strumming through pages for a solid hour.
Where does he get them? Where did he get them? Does he get them like?
I'm
Emerald
not sure
City,
where he gets
or-
them from. He's a very unique and creative individual, so I'm sure he's got some awesome resources.
The comics ran from September 2008 to March 2010.
Also out of print.
So yeah, they're
And in
definitely gonna be
2010,
out
there was
front.
actually a Kickstarter for a movie, and thank God it died because I don't know how that would have
That
went
is
over.
right. Yeah.
So
That's
fun
exciting.
fact about
I'm ready.
Arthur.
Tell me, Mike.
He actually worked on Punisher for a very, very long time.
Punisher's
for like
good,
20 years or so.
Which is in a lot of trouble
Yeah.
right now, according to the
Yeah, it
internet.
It is.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't even know if that's on our list.
No, it's
because
not
No,
on the
it's
list.
not.
It
We
should be
took
on the list.
politics
So-
off.
We don't need no list.
Yeah.
So many people are mad about it, and
Why are they mad about it?
Okay, so we're going to talk
we're
about
going to talk about it.
Let's
John's
go.
not here to tell us now.
Because the people that
me and Rob took it off the list to avoid this.
the people that
Why?
the people that stormed the Capitol in this more recent days were wearing Punisher logos. Some of
Okay.
them were modified. Some of them were accurate.
So before
were
that,
wearing.
let's actually go back to last year is where this actually started off. During the Black Lives Matter, the police were wearing the Punisher logos, and the original creator of Punisher said, hell no.
No bueno.
Take that off. We want only the people that can wear it are the Black Lives Matter protesters.
If
only
you
them.
actually knew anything about the character, you would understand how hypocritical it is for it to be on a police officer in the first place.
So
Yeah, I
then
agree
fast
with that.
forward to
Yeah, it was. I
last
remember that
week,
now.
and then the Trump protesters doing the same thing.
But that'll just show you that people do whatever the hell they want.
And
And I hate to sound selfish, but
Go.
Tampa
Yeah.
has very rarely been put on the map for something good. Like we're
never
usually,
on the map.
we're usually
Florida is
known for
never
like
on the map
riding
for anything good.
alligators
Is this like a
and like
Florida Man thing?
yes,
It is.
Florida Man was in
One
that
of the
person.
only
incident.
good
Person.
things to come out of Tampa was Punisher being filmed in
No,
downtown.
no.
One of the only good things.
Which
How are you
version of
knowing me
Punisher
right
was
now?
filmed downtown? The Netflix
So
series?
no, it was
No, the
Thomas
movie.
Jane. It wasn't the original movie
I stopped myself before I said original.
because the original
It's
movie
the
was
better
in
movie.
1989 with
Dolph
Dolph Lundgren.
Lundgren. Look at me.
The better
old
movie.
guy. Yeah.
Well, the Thomas Jane version with John Travolta was filmed here because Travolta put up money because it's
Actually, you know what? I didn't think that version was
Scientology.
bad. Of,
I loved
Punisher.
it.
I thought that
We
was
had-
And
really
I
good.
drove by that house frequently.
Yeah,
up until
didn't
recently.
they released for Punisher 2 from that a short, remember? There's like a little short with him. But I can't remember, but I'm sure it is like a little help me, Ken.
Fun fact: we talked about this
Yes.
on last week's Comic Book 101.
I'm ready.
So go back and check out everything we talked about
Oh,
Punisher.
okay. I thought you were going to hit me with some.
No, that's
vital stuff.
That is vital.
That-
Comic Book
Yeah.
101,
101.
Thursday night, 7
Some vital
o'clock.
stuff.
All
You
right.
can see my pretty face
I
Maybe we
know,
can
right?
put up a parental advisory sticker and we can talk about Crossed a little bit more in detail too.
on that show. Definitely.
I might have to make a
I have to
special
look more
request
into
for
that
that.
crossed thing. So that's cool.
Hard pass.
I don't know.
It looks
That's all right.
fun. So how was your week?
Good. Well, I'm talking better. I still can't blink my eye though. Still can't blink my eye. But other than that, I'm feeling good. It was a relaxing weekend. I had my daughter's birthday. Happy birthday, Melissa.
Happy birthday, Melissa.
So it was good. But we streamed Sunday at the Nerdist Fair. If you play Dungeons and Dragons or want to see what it's about, check it out. It was a good session too. I thought it went really well, and so
Our party
sweet.
did something that they've never done before. Put a plan
Someone
together.
died?
No, they put a plan together. It worked. I was amazed. So it was good. Then my parents came over last night. We watched the Ohio State get whomped on, so that was a little depressing. But
Tell us about the equipment that arrived.
it was good. What equipment?
Your shirt equipment for the store.
What was that?
Your shirt equipment.
Oh yeah, and then we're gonna start making T-shirts and stuff here at the Glorious Geeks, so we can do like custom mugs, T-shirts, all that stuff. So if there's something you want, made,
Everybody wants
Yeah,
all
I
sorts
want
of
everything made.
we can make tons of stuff.
So here's my problem. I don't know if
Thanks,
you've
Scott. I forgot all about the
noticed,
equipment.
but I don't wear adult size clothes. All of my clothes are from the toddler department in
Got
Target because it fits better. It's cuter, it's automatically a midriff, and it's a third of the price.
Okay.
But here's my problem is all the cool stuff, they don't make it for kids sizes.
No.
So
you're
if I
correct.
brought you toddler size shirts, you could screen print
Absolutely, yes.
all my messed
We
up
even have a
nonsense
T-shirt
on
press and everything
Yeah,
else.
we have a
now.
T-shirt press, and we have a hanging spot specifically for toddler stuff.
We do.
Really?
So can we
do.
make a shirt
Also
that
known
says
as
I found the
Alexis stuff.
glorious
Sure,
tree"?
we'll put
We
AKA
can.
Alexis
Yeah.
stuff.
Hey, speaking of that though, are we allowed to even mention the Parageek thing, or is that like a hush hush thing right now too?
It's easier to apologize than get
I
fired.
don't know. You already said it.
Better to ask forgiveness and permission.
I
Sorry,
only
John, if you're
say
out there.
it because it's going to be so awesome with the new Parageek show coming out. I am just freaking. In fact, I called my wife up and I was like, "Honey, I'm ordering." No, I probably should have said, "John is making me order
John is making you.
ghost hunting
He's got me
equipment."
an armbar right now.
All right, so Parageeks. What happens when the geeks team up with a paranormal group and
Yeah.
go ghost hunting? We will try to whatever.
Yeah,
Is that the
bust
best way
the
to say it?
right,
We're gonna try to
right.
bust
Well, what's
why
cool
they're
is
ghosts.
we got like the resident Florida expert, Mark Muncie.
Who?
So, Mr. Mark.
I think myth crack.
Yeah.
we
Myth
miss you,
crack's good.
Mark.
Yeah, we do, Mark. So is he on right now or not? I don't know.
He hasn't hijacked
Yeah,
the
Mark,
chat
hi.
yet, so
But
we miss you, Mark.
and Mark, shout out. He wrote Erie, Florida, and a bunch of other great, really cool, spooky books. And I like those books because it's not just like ghost stuff, but he includes really cool. I've always been like a history nut, and there's nice historical facts woven in with legends and myths and things like that. But the
Dude knows his stuff so well that he made
he
my
does.
wife excited.
So but the Pair of Geeks, that's coming. In fact, we got some stuff lined up. We ordered.
Is
a
it
bunch
hard
of,
to make your wife excited?
We're not going to go there.
I'm so happy you said it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to.
I'm sorry, Rob.
Better-
I'm leaning away from my
better
microphone. I'm
verbiage
being
next
bad. So, but anyway, so I had a good weekend. It was great. There's so much stuff coming up. It's exciting. So, but yeah,
My week's been good. I went on a couple dates with the
You
same
went
person. Let me
with a
rephrase
real
that.
girl. Mike went out with a real girl.
She is a real girl. I did not have to blow her up this time.
One of those new, right.
No, it's a girl. I've known who she was for a while, I'll admit it, and randomly asked her out on a date before New Year's, and I thought she would say no, and she actually said yes. Kind of shocked me. I'm like, my plan backfired.
That's okay. Well,
It's
I
congratulations.
been
hope
good.
she's not watching this.
It
No,
is.
she's not.
Okay, good.
I haven't
laugh, she
given
is.
her the show links to watch that.
Oh boy. So that's awesome.
Well,
scared.
hopefully she doesn't go back and watch
Confidence is
episodes.
It is.
You
But
look into the camera and
So-
be like, I can't believe she
so,
said yes. 'cause
actually-
then she has the upper hand.
right.
So actually,
Relationship
it's funny.
over.
It is. What is the price of love?
I don't know. It's expensive.
Did you get a kiss?
Define love.
It's called Starbucks.
Nice.
That's the price of love.
But it's
Honestly,
funny
for
because
me, I have a
I
carton
talked
of
to her about the
ho-hos in
show,
my car, and I'm
and I told her the story about Skogaboo and everything.
I don't know what that
And
means.
That's my nickname
Oh.
John gave me. It's pretty much a Sasquatch, and I run.
So
my
you're a
own-
skunk ape?
Yes.
Okay. That,
Okay.
that would explain quite a bit.
So,
So,
she
but
liked me, so it's all good.
that is good. Hey, I would talk about like that chaos walking. Do we got a trailer for that movie? That
That's
looks
a far
interesting.
jump.
That is.
That's a very far jump.
I took a jump to. Well, no, because it's.
That's not even a jump.
I
That's
like
a leap across
anything-
the
Well,
page.
no, I was looking at this and I realized I like Daisy Ridley, even though some people don't, but I like Tom Holland and Nick Jonas.
you like
Okay.
Nick Jonas.
Anything.
All right,
do
so
like Nick Jonas.
don't knock Nick Jonas.
Yeah, don't knock Nick Jonas.
All right, so
Anything that's
confession:
Tom
I've been to a
Holland is
Jonas
great.
Brother
Oh,
concert.
Tom Holland is good.
Wait, why?
What?
It was for
Don't
a
tell
girl.
your girlfriend that either.
It was a girl. It was a girl that I did it for.
What'd you do? Say
Wait,
it one more
what?
time. But you use little
I
words.
Went to a Jonas
I
Brothers
went to a Jonas
concert.
Brother concert for a girl when I
I'm
used
sorry.
to work
Did
at
you?
Target. Yes.
Wow.
Let's skip that and let's go into chaos.
Let's move forward.
I know. Chaos walking.
Roll that wonderful bean footage.
That was a terrible crash. We're lucky to be alive.
Whoa, stop! Don't come any closer. It's a girl.
Girl!
Oh my God, girl. I'm sorry. No blonde hair. I've just never seen a girl before.
Who are you?
It's so loud here.
We call it the noise. Happened to all the men on this planet. Every thought in our heads on display.
Where are all the women?
They're dead.
No noise. What is she thinking? Where the hell is her noise?
It's strange to see everything you're thinking.
You know, it's strange for me too, not knowing what's going on in your head.
I mean, I don't know. You might not like my dog, or you want to hit me over the head with a rock or something.
I like your dog.
He's stronger than he knows. You better watch your noise.
Snake.
Snake.
If those men catch you, they'll kill you. Get in the boat!
If you want to protect the girl, you have to leave now.
Safe. Keep you safe. Keep you safe. Safe.
With her power, there's no telling what he can do. I need that girl before she wants him. How many are coming? 100? 200?
Thousands.
I am Todd Hewitt. Be a man. Fight.
Be quiet. I'm trying.
Come on. Fight.
There we have it. Chaos walking. What do you think?
Super
I'm
intriguing.
interested in checking it out.
Yeah, the halo around Tom Holland's head, whatnot.
Yeah,
what does
it was-
that represent?
So I was
ESP.
looking for something else. So the whole planet has nothing but guys, and all the males can like have ESP, know what everybody's thinking, talking about, and when she shows up magically somehow, they can't figure out why. They can't read what she's saying, and then the other people are looking for her. So it's going to be interesting because she has some special power to him that makes him stronger or something. I don't know. But it's definitely going to be something to check out.
So it sounds like a kind of like a cross between real life and, Hancock.
Hancock.
Yeah.
Hancock?
Hancock. That was a
I haven't seen
decent
that
movie.
movie for a while.
I know, right?
Chaplin's
Great
last
movie, I
movie
think.
was 1967.
That Hancock is.
Way before Samuel L. Jackson was born.
I'm telling him right now that we're missing something.
But yeah, so it definitely looks good. But let's
It
talk
does.
about some artwork.
Let's talk about artwork.
I'm a huge fan of Thomas Kincaid. He does some really awesome artwork.
Tell me what he does.
Let's talk about what he's about to do.
What is
He's
he about
doing
to
the
do?
Mandalorian artwork.
Ooh,
And yeah,
that is hilarious. Baby Yoda's head looks weird in that picture.
it doesn't look weird.
It does.
It's
Ken
because
Beck-
It
it's the
always
shadow
looks
underneath his
weird.
chin.
I don't know. Thomas Kincaid.
He's done artwork of like
I like that
Pretty.
picture. That one I like.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That looks like
he does a lot of fantasy. He does Disney artwork.
Okay.
It looks like puzzles.
Streets of Paris.
I'll look at his
Yeah.
puzzles.
That one's a great one.
See,
Yeah,
that's good.
you can actually
These
find a
look
lot
like
of
the
his
puzzles.
puzzles.
Oh, it's the
Yeah.
guy that draws all the Christmas paintings. Yeah.
Christmas
Or
paintings,
paints the-
fantasy paintings, They're
done
really
some
good.
superhero ones.
You'll see them a lot at Hobby Lobby and
He's done Star
Oh,
Wars.
that's why the name is familiar. Yeah.
I mean, they have like set aside collections for him.
Yeah.
Sure.
So it's really cool seeing that some of his work
That's
now
hilarious.
he's doing Mandalorian.
That's interesting, I should say.
I would definitely get. We have the artwork that I got John from New York Comic Con a couple years ago is from one of his lines.
Oh, too bad there's no cons this year so far.
Don't expect any.
So yeah,
your hopes
Pensacon
up.
got canceled.
What is
Right.
Pensacon?
Pensacola Comic Con, just Pensacon.
Is it
because
just-
It
I
sounded
thought
like
you
a
were going to say it was
penicillin
about
convention.
pencils. I was going to be like,
Well,
really?
unless you're San Diego Comic Con, New York Comic Con, the company that owns that, you can't use the name Comic Con in a convention. That's why Tampa Bay Comic Con is now called Tampa Bay Convention or whatever it is now.
Brr.
Because they'll get sued for the
That's
copyright
sad.
name.
So I'm going to appreciate my tag. It says Tampa Bay Comic Con because
So
that's no more.
luxury.
Pensacon was going to be next month in Pensacola, and it was canceled. And Mark was going to be a guest there with his books.
Is that a big con? Is it a big con now up there?
It's smaller than MegaCon, but it's still a good sized con. It was last year when I went with a couple of my friends, Ed and Jonathan, and it was held in like an arena type place. They had some high school sitting in the bleachers playing music from video games and everything.
That's dope.
It was a small floor, but it was cool.
How
They
big
had-
was the dealer show?
dealer's room was a decent size.
That's okay.
It was
Okay.
a lot of fun. I met Butterbean.
Really?
Yeah, Butterbean, a boxer.
Yeah. That's righteous.
Boxer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so his name's Butterbean. He's
Maybe Rob
probably a
can
good
find a picture of
450 pounds,
Butterbean
big,
for us
huge,
because he's a
chunky
big boy.
white guy.
He is chunky.
He was really
But like
polite.
a boxer boxer.
Yeah,
like
he was a professional
like
boxer.
A fighter. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
He doesn't
Butterbean.
like.
I love
I thought he
box
was dead,
trinkets
actually.
and-
No,
Who am I thinking
no.
of?
Butterbean was cool. Met some of the original Power Rangers. Met the TV show Constantine that was on.
Yes.
The actor that played.
There's
that.
Butterbean.
There's Butterbean.
There's
There we go.
Butterbean.
Yeah, he was a big boy. But the actor that played
Thanks, Rob.
Constantine was also the voice actor in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, the pirate movie. So it was cool meeting him. But yeah, sadly it's not happening. And you know what else isn't going to happen now this year?
Tell me, Mike. I'm ready.
Toy Fair.
Oh, yeah.
Which is depressing because I just realized what this was.
You didn't know there was a toy fair?
I knew nothing of this until
It's
COVID
like a thing,
hit.
though.
Because when COVID hit, I started obsessing over like all my podcasts and like Netflix documentaries.
I get that. I hear you.
And the podcast Business Wars, they did the Mattel versus Hasbro, and they were talking about the history of Toy Fair.
Really?
And I mean, it makes sense.
So what's your favorite toy?
That sounds like a trick
What do
question.
you mean by that?
No, I mean, we're talking about the
Yeah.
toy fair.
Did you think about that question before you asked?
No, that's totally innocent. Well,
If it's from a company called Bad Dragon, we can't talk about that. toy.
yeah.
They sell it across the street.
Oh, that's great. That's
Ken,
great.
what's your favorite toy?
We
Not
can't talk about
sold
that.
across
either.
the
20.
street.
Oh, good answer. All right. All right.
But yeah, Toy
Totally.
Fair, it's going to be depressing. We talked about last year when it happened. We on Nerd Talk and Comic Book 101 because there's a lot of wonderful toys that get premiered there. Like McFarlane's was going to premiere his new Justice League figures, Superman figures, and everything, but now he's just premiering them on his Facebook page.
That's a
Normally,
bummer.
you get to see
See?
everything that's going to come out for the year, so you can get all excited and get ready to pre-order and drop a lot of money on toys.
That'd be cool, though. I like a good con. I mean, we're still in the con venue, right? But it's like my very first con in Tampa was the cosplay con. Mega? No.
Well, here in Tampa, we have MegaCon Tampa,
Go.
Tampa Bay Comic Con,
Go.
MetroCon.
MetroCon was the first
The
one. I went to.
AnimeCon.
The anime. That was a lot of fun. There was some great cosplayers.
So
there.
when I moved to Tampa, that was my first convention I've been to in Tampa. I've been going con since
That was good.
2000 when it was MegaCon.
And then I went to Tampa Bay Comic Con one year. The second year though, I didn't. I thought the vendors were light, so I was a little disappointed.
So
I
did you go when they were still at the hotel or the convention center?
convention center?
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, so
So-
reason I say that Tampa Bay Comic Con, when I first moved here, I went there and it was held at I forgot what hotel right off 275 by the airport. Small little hotel, small room for dealers room, but it was very intimate. You got to actually get to know people. And when I was part of the 501st, I trooped there. So it was a one-day con. It was like $5 to get in.
Part of the what?
501st Legion. It's a charity event of the stormtroopers that go around and dress as
The 501st is actually pretty cool. There's chapters all across the country. We do special events to go like children's hospitals or parades or things like that.
The reason the 501st started, Albin Johnson, the creator, was a huge nerd, and he started it after his daughter passed away of cancer at 4 years old. Someone will probably correct me on that, but that's when it started, and it's been huge. And they made a special R2 unit called R2KT. And it's a pink R2D2 unit, which I actually got to see it when Star Wars Celebration first came to Florida 8 years ago. Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
When
So those are all volunteers.
Yes.
Yep.
We don't get paid
And
for
what's
that.
cool is now that one's all stormtroopers.
I believe it.
But there's other. They'll have other people playing different aspects of the Empire. There's like sand troopers, stormtroopers, snow
Is
troopers.
there like an audition?
Rebel
No,
pilots
so
or Empire pilots.
Yeah, you put on
You
a
just
suit
have to
and
have
walk in.
really bad aim.
so you have to
Do
get.
they supply the suits?
No, you have to buy them. So that's the fun part when you go on.
Well, you make your own, right?
Some people that know how to make it, and some people that don't go on the site. Go on, say the Florida 501st website, and if you post, "Hey, where can I buy Stormtrooper armor?" Everybody's like, "We can't tell you that in public. PM us. We can't talk about it." Because they made a deal with George Lucas, because Lucas at the time
I remember that. Yeah,
acknowledged
yeah,
us. He loved us, but he asked us not to post online where to buy them. So we never did. We'll private message you, say, "Hey, this is who you can buy. That's a good dealer that makes stay away from this person because they recast everything."
So it's a Stormtrooper black market.
It is a stormtrooper black mark.
But actually,
Wouldn't it be
Lucas
a
loved
white
us
market?
so much, and in Episode 3, when Anakin's storming to kill the kids, you see the troopers that have the blue stripe on their helmets. He renamed those characters the 501st after us.
Okay, that's cool.
So we were actually put canon into the universe. Then they did the Battlefield 2 game, and we were in that. We were the main characters in that. So
That's
it's
cool. Why don't you do that anymore?
My armor got stolen from an ex-roommate of mine.
That is a horrible thing to tell me.
Both sets of armor and 4 helmets of other armor I was working on. My ex-roommate stole everything. Man. And my dog.
Is he at least going out and volunteering at these hospitals?
No.
But the good
he
thing
can't
is-
be found. He took off out of the state.
Oh man, I say you got a girlfriend now, so that's what helps. Waka, waka.
Dressed as a stormtrooper, you would think it would be pretty easy to spot him.
Yeah, you would think.
Members worldwide. No, I don't know what he's doing with the armor because that was custom fit for my fat butt, not his skinny butt. But that's a whole nother story.
It is.
Anyway.
So Todd,
Anyway.
tell me about this Dragon Legend stuff because I haven't seen it yet.
Dragon Legend.
Yeah. Do you know anything about it?
No.
Who knows?
Mike?
Who knows something about this?
What do we got?
Dragon number 10.
Okay, so we're going to go there. So that's actually, y'all are just like,
We're just
jump. Okay, so Dragon Legends is really cool. They make a lot of props and costumes and stuff like that. There's this really badass dragon. Think of like, you know how you would mount a deer's head on your wall? Think of a mounted dragon head on your wall.
Oh, I've seen, yeah.
I've seen
that
those too.
breeze,
Isn't that WizKids that does
smoke.
like
I
that?
got whiskey.
Colored
No, not
smoke.
that.
No,
That's
that's
slick.
Wow.
It is badass.
I love that.
It is on sale, by the way, $325. from $375.
You know what? I am sure Lisa would
Nerdosphere
not
needs one of
mind.
those.
After spending money on ghost hunting equipment, I am sure she would not care if I just bought a dragon head to put out by the pool.
Yeah, I'm not even going to
the
risk
pull-out.
myself.
Put one on top of your house like at Universal.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
If you're watching, Lisa, love you.
Exactly.
Speaking of theme parks, no. I'm kidding.
Speaking of theme parks,
So we talked about this the other week. It's kind of funny.
Indiana
Disney-
Jones.
Besides that, we'll go to that after the next couple.
Oh yeah, look at
Yes,
that.
I might be
no,
starring
there's
as
all
Indiana
sorts of
Jones.
tie-ins
It's the
here,
circle.
isn't there?
It's the
So
circle. of,
Disney Rock and Roller Coaster.
who writes this stuff? We're just that good.
I don't know.
I know. See,
but-
John's not here. We got it in control.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite rides at Disney, at whatever park, MGM, whatever you want to call that park now.
It's a small world.
MGM.
I still call it MGM because that's what I grew up
Yeah,
as.
it's MGM.
But
What, Disney?
Hollywood Studios. Disney Hollywood Studios is what it's called now. But you have the
Oh, yeah.
Aerosmith Rock and Roller Coaster.
Right.
And I've mentioned before that there's been talks because you can't buy merchandise of that no more with Mickey.
You just
on
said that last week.
something was going to happen.
You are the
Look
Recall
what's
master.
closed
Yeah.
now. That ride got
Forever and
shut
ever.
down.
Are they renaming it? Are they reimagining the ride? Do we know? Or
They haven't said. I'm going to assume they probably will because I think the contract is out with Aerosmith for that ride. It was still a fun ride. So even if they Mickey-tize it, fine. Mickey-tize it. Whatever you wanna call
Pluto's
it.
rock and roller coaster.
I'm not riding on Pluto. I played Pluto for a year, 2 years at that park. I'm not riding on Pluto.
Oh, did you have to wear a diaper or
But you played
get lice in the
Pluto?
head?
I was friends with Pluto.
I was about to say.
I was friends. I didn't play with Pluto. I was friends with Pluto.
So,
But yeah, no more rocking out with your.
Wow.
you went
Okay.
there.
So yeah,
Going there.
we will go to this topic here. I'm just your cock is mine now.
Now wait,
I can't say that straight.
You have to tee this up. So you know how hackers would hack into a computer and they would take a computer over, right? And they would say, unless you pay me $1,000 or whatever, that I will hold your computer hostage.
Yeah,
We've all heard the story, right?
yeah.
Sure.
No, yeah, that's a thing.
It's a thing.
My
People-
dad fell for that. So
You get those phone calls. Hey,
Sorry,
we're
Dad, if you're
so-and-so, and we got logged into your
he
computer
clicked
because
on a bad
something's
link
wrong.
and
yeah.
bad things happen. So, but
I mean-
yeah. But so saying, so there is a sexual device. Let's call it
It's
a.
a chastity.
Oh, look it. We got
Look
a
at
picture.
that. It's available if you want
The
to purchase it.
cellmate. All right.
It's a male chastity.
Oh my God, I
belt.
love that name.
I was going to call it a man
Cellmate.
cage.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, a bunch of dudes who are wearing these cellmates.
All I can picture is the one, the
Have been
ghost
hacked.
from, what was that, 13 Ghosts?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh my God! No, that is so awesome. Yeah.
Was that the Juggernaut? With the...
Oh, that's,
remember.
Anyways, continue.
That's funny.
Continue
Well,
your
no, but apparently, Mike, stop me if I'm wrong here, but apparently,
I know.
well,
I'm the one that
just-
posted the
I mean,
link.
you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. Well,
No, then
inform
you
us.
go- you
You
go
take
for
take
it,
the
Oh
Dan.
lead.
no, I just
Basically,
thought I just
I
thought
just
that the
segue.
tagline was funny.
No, yeah, the tagline was great. The tagline was "Your cock is mine now."
So somehow
so-
they hacked into the software that's on everyone's phone, and when the guy put this on,
Well-
the software wouldn't work, I guess, and let you
Well-
out of it.
Yeah, well, the key is it was a Chinese manufacturer that made these bad boys. So I actually read this
Which is
article. I was
ironic because it
intrigued.
kind of works like a Chinese finger trap, doesn't
Yeah, it
it?
started. Yeah, it sort of does. But yeah, so somebody hacked into this, and then he started sending messages to these four guys and saying,
We're not going to let your penis
"We're not going to
out
let
until
your
you give
penis
us
out of the
money."
cage unless you give." He was asking for what were they asking for? The Bitcoin.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah, they were asking for like $1,000 and 700
slot here.
in
They were
Bitcoin.
demanding payment of a 0.02 Bitcoin, which is around right now roughly $750.
That's crazy though. So you know what?
It's a good hustle.
There is a
No
valuable
hustle.
lesson there
But
somewhere.
first, I'm not going to put my thing in a thing that can lock up and I have no control over. It's electronic. It's going to mess up.
What if it got wet?
Ow.
It's a taser now.
I don't know.
My God.
That's a horrible thing.
Who would? Never mind. I'm not even going to ask
know.
that because I know people that would.
It
moving
exists
on to
for
our
a
next
reason.
I know. It's horrible.
Let's talk about my twin that's out there in the world,
Who's that?
Chris Pratt.
Let's talk about Chris Pratt.
So apparently he's been rumored to be starring in the next Indiana Jones. As the next Indiana Jones, so that's pretty incredible.
I would like that actually.
I don't think there
Did
would be
we like Chris Pratt in?
Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
I thought it was awesome. in
It's all
Jurassic
about dinosaurs.
Park. Yeah.
If you answer no to that question, I'm sorry, I don't know you anymore.
So what about the second one? What about the sequel?
Again, yes.
Was he just as good as the sequel?
Yes.
I would say
Some people didn't like the sequel. I like the sequel.
The
so.
only
They didn't
thing
like
that
it
could
because
make
of
the
the
new ones
little
better
girl.
is more Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, Jeff,
the new
he
one
is
will.
going to be in the new one.
The new one's supposed to
Jeff
have all the
Goldblum
original
is so
characters
awesome.
back. Well,
And
except the
Did
old
we ever
guy.
find out who won the giveaway for that?
No.
no,
They
not
had a
yet.
giveaway.
They did.
They did a.
Chris did.
Yeah, he offered
Really?
2 extra places in the movie. One could be
Oh, that's
purchased
right. I
for
forgot
charity,
about
and the
that,
other one
yeah.
was just a random
And they
giveaway.
get killed by a dinosaur.
I want to be killed by a dinosaur.
I want to be killed by a
Fantastic.
dinosaur.
I donated to that charity.
Did you?
I doubt I won because I was not notified.
Did
but
you get like a letter though, like thank you for donating?
Yes, in my
I'd print that out and frame that. I'd
I'm
be like,
probably going to.
That would be.
It's
put it
probably
over
the
in
So
way-
the
if you ever
Nerdosphere.
meet
Put it in
Chris
the
Pratt
Nerdosphere.
at convention, can you sign?
Can you sign this, Mr.
Yeah,
Pratt?
that would be a
I
great.
probably could go with that.
Dude, A, I would love to see him as Indiana Jones. B, I thought he was great in those movies too. So
And then
So would it be like a prequel Indiana Jones him?
No,
doing,
I
or
think
is it
it's
just
gonna be
a
more like a
reboot?
torch passing.
Yeah.
It's a reboot.
Well, I
reboot,
wouldn't even say
or-
that. I think it's going to be the idea that they had with LaBouffe, but they're gonna.
I did not
We
like.
don't talk about that movie.
I didn't
That one
like
does
that
not
one at all.
exist.
That's why we're going.
There, from a gamer aspect, I thought that movie was a really good Call of Cthulhu adventure.
It was, but the
I'm sorry.
It wasn't Indiana
sorry,
Jones. It was not
I'm bringing
Indiana
the wheel
Jones.
You're like
around.
a
I'm
vegan
bringing-
with this Cthulhu stuff.
I am. I blame Kip. If you're watching Kip, which I thought you are, but Kip is a great Cthulhu.
Kip, are you
player, too,
watching?
So, but
Hi, Kip.
things to do. That, but yeah, but I agree. But if we can bring in Chris Pratt and
I think it'll either be it'll be a torch pass off, but I don't know how they'll do it.
yeah. Who was the chick? Is it Margot Kidder that was in the fourth? She was in the first one. She was the bartender.
Yeah, she reprised her role.
Yeah, is it Margot Kidder that was played that role?
I think so.
Because I hope she was in it. 'Cause she's crazy as a fox, but I'd like to see her in that next movie.
And then along
Have you
those
met her
same-
before?
No, I just read things. Isn't that the one they always make fun of on Family Guy who jumps through the window and beats people with the chair?
I think so.
Okay, so
And then along those same lines, more Guardians of the Galaxy cast members are joining Chris Pratt on Thor: Love and Thunder. That's pretty cool.
I'm looking forward
So
to
that's
that.
going to be another big movie.
Thor:
So,
Love and
let's
Thunder
go.
is going to be fun. What they're
Love
gonna
and
pull
I
with this.
really like the last
because who's showing up and going to be the female
I
Thor?
don't think anybody's gonna be able to beat Ragnarok. It
Dude,
had
that was so good.
action. It had comedy.
Doesn't
it
have
had
the same
love.
director?
It's just.
It is.
It
yes,
cannot
yeah.
be topped.
Taka was
I'm
Kiki.
pretty
It
sure.
even has Jeff Goldblum.
Whatever his name is.
It
Right.
even has Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum, yeah.
Ragnarok cannot be topped.
You know, since we're talking about Jeff Goldblum, and this is totally off topic. Not that we ever
Fly is a
float.
good movie.
Yeah.
Fly's
Did
amazing.
you ever watch on Disney Plus? If you get it, he has got his own
Yes.
series.
He does.
Where he goes around and like he even tattoos somebody and a bunch of other stuff. It is awesome. This Jeff Goldblum thing he does, I love it. I like his
watched
hair
it, but
too.
I know it's
I was
there.
thinking
I love
about.
everything about him.
I was gonna. You have to see if you can get the. We'll have to try and
My
get,
dad has Disney Plus.
tell him you
Listen,
need
I'll
to
give
see,
you my Disney login
I
for
Dude,
it.
you got to watch the Jeff Goldblum series. It is fantastic. I like his hair. He's got that pompadour. I was going to try and get my hairstyle like that, but it was vetoed by everybody
what?
in my life.
Have you
I'll
ever
give you my
seen
Disney
Earth
login.
Girls Are Easy?
Yes.
That's a great flick.
Amazing.
It is. It is an early Jim
have the
Carrey movie
entire
that he wasn't
soundtrack.
really in, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
But the reason I'll give you my Disney Plus thing is because
I'm not
of
watching Mandalorian.
no, because
Over
you
my
told me
dead
what to
body.
watch on Netflix
Watch-
the other week.
What you
the
have to watch?
Toys that made us.
Oh, yeah.
I watched a Power
Toys
Ranger.
That Made Us was a
Yes,
fantastic
so
series.
I stopped
Shout
watching
out
the very
to Mikey for
beginning.
that one, too.
But
Yeah.
she told me about the Power Ranger episode. So that night, I'm like, I need to find this, and I found it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is excellent. A lot of it I knew,
Dude,
but
they do like
this is great.
Ghostbusters. They
Yes,
do
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, they do all sorts of stuff.
G.I. Joe, Barbie.
Speaking of Disney Plus, have you guys watched the Soul
No.
movie yet?
the what?
The Soul movie.
No.
It is amazing.
I've
It's
seen
by
a lot of good
it's by
reviews.
Pixar, and it's got so many creative like looks on life.
I'm not allowed to watch Pixar movies.
What? Why?
Do you cry
I just
too
felt
much?
like saying that. I can actually.
Okay, I was like, what? That's something weird. Anyways, but with you, not just. But yeah, it's an amazing movie, and like
It sort of had the same
breathtaking.
look to me. I just saw the trailer. What's the one where you see the animated thing in the chick's head?
With all the feelings.
Yeah, with all the
and-
feelings.
Oh,
It's
Yeah,
sort- I
um,
thought that
it is sort of like that,
Why can't I
but
remember what that's called?
it
Yeah.
gives a bigger picture on like the afterlife and the pre-life, what they could possibly be, and it's just the creative thought of Pixar just keeps astounding me, like the way that they can do things. It's just crazy.
Yeah, they're good.
So since we're on the topic of Disney
Tell me.
right now,
Okay.
It's
this
better not be
Friday,
Mandalorian.
the first 2 episodes of WandaVision drop, by the way.
Ooh, 4 days. I can't
So
wait.
yes, this Friday, Disney Plus WandaVision drops 2 episodes.
Oh, I did not know 2 episodes.
Yes, they're doing 2
Are you teasing me?
episodes.
They're dropping a
Yes,
deuce.
I'm teasing you. They're dropping a deuce on us.
dropping the deuce.
And also, because it's Disney and we're talking about Marvel here, Black Panther. A lot of people have been wondering what's going to happen with the new Black Panther movie since Chadwick passed away, sadly.
Yes.
They're saying, which we talked about this on Comic Book 101, because in the comics, a certain person takes over when Panther's dead. And
His sister, right?
yes. So they said
Spoiler.
they're not. They said they're not going to
I mean,
recast
don't watch
him.
the show if you don't want spoilers.
Yeah, they're not going to recast him, and they're not going to CGI him. So that only
I
gives
heard that too. So-
one other thing. Pass
When you
the
say
torch
it's his
to the
sister, is it the really skinny tech?
Shuri?
The genius
Shuri,
one.
is that
the
her
genius
name? Yeah, the
one?
genius.
Did the things in her pow 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 her?
So I have to admit,
She's pretty awesome.
I've still never watched a Black Panther movie.
I
What?
think it's the right thing to do. Not,
Yeah, I've never watched
Not
it.
just because of the way
I
the
skipped that
comics
movie.
go,
I'm ashamed of you.
But retiring his jersey is the only respectful
agree with
thing
that.
to
Yes.
do.
I think
He
so.
played that
Why?
role so
Tell me
well.
why.
Because he was perfect for
He
the
was. He
role.
actually, yeah.
He was.
You never saw the movie, right?
You could not have
but then
cast
how
anybody
can you
better
say
than
why?
that.
I've never been a Black Panther fan in the comics.
I have.
That doesn't mean you shouldn't watch the movie.
And
There's other movies I still haven't watched.
I was never an Ant-Man fan until I watched the movie, and I was like, "Oh shit, that is actually kind of cool." So I think you should give it a
I'm a
shot.
Paul Rudd fan. That's why I like
I,
Dude, I like
I'm a
it.
Paul Rudd too, but
I hate basketball, and I'm all for them never letting anybody touch Kobe's number again because it's more than just whether it's your personal preference or not. It's the,
hear you.
the grand picture of what it's done for the community and their fan base.
it was about what you did with fame.
I agree.
I don't think anybody could ever replace him.
Are we
Yes.
talking about Kobe or Black Panther?
Both.
Probably. Yeah, sure. So, you know what? Let's do another really horrible segue into the nerdosphere.
Yes.
We're going to talk about Dungeons and
We're
Dragons.
bad at these segues
I know,
today.
I know. Hey, I did some
just
videos, though.
jumping.
We're going to throw on.
Bye.
John's appreciate
And we'll
He's
be doing
home,
more
doing his
soon.
s'mores. So we do more videos.
Thursday?
But this is on inspiration dice. When you play Dungeons and Dragons, if a player does something really cool, the dungeon master can give you a inspiration dice.
Like
And-
using a mouse to revive someone.
Sure, and yeah, or send a mouse, right? So exactly. But anyway, we got a video coming up that I did that talks about inspiration dice. Hello, this is Todd from the Glorious Geeks. Again, I am here at the beautiful Nerdosphere Game Streaming Center. More to come on that in another video. We'll get to that. But today, I want to talk about Dungeons and Dragons player inspiration. Now, let's not confuse it with the bardic inspiration. I think that's sort of a faux pas in the player's handbook for new players. You know, bardic can give inspiration. The DM can award inspiration, but never the two shall meet. And they're two different things altogether, right? Now, at my table, I do the rule that I can award inspiration, of course, to a player who does something awesome and cool or role plays, but my players can also award inspiration to other players. Sometimes in the heat of DMing, you know, I'm running the monsters, I'm running the bad guys, things like that, and someone does something really cool and I miss it. But the group will go like, hey, you need to give, you know, Jasper Four Fingers an inspiration dice because of what he just did. I'm like, oh, here you go, Jasper, no big deal. So, but what I found early on was that players would forget they had the inspiration dice, or if I gave them a small little dice, they would lose it and it would get mixed up during the table play. So what I did was I was at the dollar store, and it was the way to go. So if you go to the dollar store, you can get yourself these big D6 foam dice, which are fantastic. And this is what I use for inspiration when I'm DMing. Now, it's great because you know how rowdy people get around a table. You've just slain the orc. You convinced the owlbear to join you in an alliance after some massive, great, you know, natural 20 rolls and whatnot. People start throwing these around the table. It's an easy way to remember that the player has inspiration and for them to use it and play, because nothing is worse than at the end of the night when someone goes, oh man, I had an inspiration dice and I forgot to use it. So, easy tip, easy to do. Book over to the dollar store, buy a couple of the bags, get 6, 8 dice, have them at the table ready to go, and that's all you need. Happy gaming. I'll catch you soon.
Cares.
I knew.
And that's the Nerdosphere, filming in the Nerdosphere for the Glorious Geeks. Come check us out.
They need to check us out.
Yes.
Check it out. Yeah, get. You know we're gonna do geek karaoke.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know that'll be fun.
I
too.
can't
does
sing.
that work?
I haven't
crap.
figured that out yet.
But I'm gonna do
That was actually John's idea, but I thought it was so fantastic because we need to do
John's
like a
been
geek
on a thing to make us sing, and I've been
What?
avoiding.
But like,
trying
what
to
makes
sing
karaoke geeky?
geeky songs?
Yeah.
know.
Like
Okay,
The
hold
lyrics
on,
come
hold
up
on.
in binary.
No,
Dude, that was funny.
that would hurt my brain.
I claim this song. I'm gonna
good
sing
idea.
the DuckTales theme song.
Oh,
I'd be there
So if
for
we're
that.
going to do geeky, I want to do DuckTales.
I'd be there for
I
that.
will also do a duet with DuckTales if anybody wants to jump in on it. I don't mind.
I'll do Power Rangers. I'm good for
never
that.
watched DuckTales.
Or Thundercats.
What?
We could do
Thundercats
Thundercats,
is
right?
easy.
I know. Is that the one where he dives in the vault of gold coins?
Yes.
Then I have watched it. Okay.
Okay. I was going to say you're.
I don't know you if you don't have not watched DuckTales.
I know.
I was going to tell him to leave.
Well, you know, DuckTales.
I can
Walk up
sing
the door.
the Addams Family intro.
Oh, that works.
I
Does
can
that
do
count as geeky?
That would
can do
count.
the-
It is.
snapping for you.
Do you think, speaking of the Addams Family, do you think Johnny Depp is going to be in that new movie?
I hope not.
I won't watch it if he isn't.
So,
I absolutely will not watch it if he is not.
Opposite side.
opposite. So, Ken, explain yourself.
So,
He-Man crushes on Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp, I think he deserves to come back a little bit. And he should just everybody deserves a chance. You know, he got his fame taken away from him for the most
For no
part.
damn reason.
Exactly. And he should be able to come back for that. It's not his fault. So let's give him a
Amen.
chance. I'm a big proponent for him. We need to get this train rolling.
Okay.
I 100% agree. I think Johnny Depp definitely deserves a career. He's been amazing to us for
Years.
damn
Decades.
years,
Right.
like
Fear and
literally
Loathing. Yeah,
decades.
Fear and Loathing in
But the-
Las Vegas.
But the problem
Ninth
is,
Gate.
there isn't a character in the Addams Family that he's appropriate for. He's not going to play a good Gomez. Gomez is not only Hispanic, number one, but number two,
Oh, he is Hispanic.
significantly
So-
shorter than
They can do.
Morticia.
They can.
So you know who
So
should.
like, I want to see somebody who actually looks the part. No, if they want to put him as Lurch or something, I'd be okay with that. But I feel
want-
like he
yeah.
deserves more credit than supporting role. I just don't think this is the role for him. But I
No.
totally am for him having a career.
The person
Tim
that should
Burton's
play
crazy.
the main character is Mandalorian, the guy that plays Mandalorian. He would
If I could go
be a
20
good
minutes
character.
without hearing the term Mandalorian.
What is happening? I know.
No, but honestly, the
He's a good actor.
kid,
What's his name?
the kid from Schitt's Creek, he would make a great Gomez.
Oh, he would actually.
He would make if he could dial down the judgment in his face, like he would make a
Dial
great
down the judgment.
Gomez.
He looks just like his dad.
But
You know.
he's too.
Yes. See, exactly.
He's. I'm
Oh.
telling you now, nobody's
Eva
gonna
Green?
want them whitewashing this role. The only reason we can get away with like Baby Levi is because he's Jewish.
Listen, makeup can do wonders. Makeup can do wonders.
Well, Tim
If it
Burton.
was-
Even if a
If it
little
was-
CGI too.
Do we
You
like-
could do that too?
But turning a white person into a brown person, whether it's makeup or CGI,
See what they did
is
with
still-
Jack Sparrow?
which a lot of people were mad about.
Well, too bad for them.
Was Jack Sparrow supposed to be Spanish?
He was
What are we
supposed-
talking about?
He was supposed to be some sort of Spanish.
point is,
He just had a
it's
tan.
it's
exactly. They could do
It's a
that.
Hispanic
He
character.
is an Hispanic character.
So having a Hispanic person playing that would
Do you
be appropriate.
Yeah. Well,
That's all
Tim
I'm
Burton's
saying.
crazy.
Like,
I can see that too.
like it's bad enough that we have people like, no, I love Elizabeth Taylor. I have her tattooed on my ribs. She's no Cleopatra. You know what I mean? So there's
Right,
a certain
right.
level of whitewashing that is so abundant that we could do without it. And
It's
I think this is
abundantly
one of
abundant?
those-
Yeah.
This is one of those cases where there are plenty of Hispanic
Other people-
actors
I would agree
that
with
would
that,
do
so-
great at this.
I don't
and
know.
Oh.
I love Johnny Depp, and by all means, give him a role, not a Hispanic one.
What is Ant-Man's little buddy name? He would be hilarious as
That guy's hilarious. He was great. in that
Oh, my-
Fantasy
what is
Island
his
movie.
name?
Gomez.
Yes.
Yeah, what's his name? Though? I love that guy.
I don't remember, but he was in Fantasy
We all
Island.
love that guy, but can't remember.
I
his
did
name.
not like that
Sorry,
Fantasy
actor, about
Island.
that one.
Well, because Tim Burton also, they're saying they're going to remake Mars Attacks too. So, did we like the first movie, Mars
I
Attacks?
never really
Yes.
watched it.
Yeah,
was
I
never
liked it too.
interested.
So we're going to go on a whole
Look at that
list
face.
of
How could you
really-
not
that's
love
awesome.
that? Look how cute he is.
That makes me so happy.
He would actually make an adorable, like, pillow.
You ever play the pinball game? Pinball game's good too. Just throwing it out there.
No hand-eye coordination.
It's okay.
I will literally watch the ball and then push the button.
So, Todd, I got a topic that's right up your alley.
I'm ready.
This trailer coming out for Sacrifice.
Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, you got it, buddy. So, yeah, it's Lovecraftian horror. It's going to be coming out in 2021.
Have I told you how much I like playing Call of Cthulhu?
You know, you've told me all the time, but we don't ever play it.
We are trying to get certain other people at this table to play Call of Cthulhu.
I love Cthulhu. I don't play things.
Our guy that's operating the camera and soundboard, too.
H.P. Lovecraft is great.
I
We
play
played that.
Heads Up, and I play Kevin Bacon.
Okay.
Those are my
I
games.
hear you.
So, could we roll into the Sacrifice trailer?
That trailer looks good, though.
It
Don't know
does.
what you just said, but I
What's
heard
the name?
Sacrifice.
The Sacrifice?
so I'm down.
No. Did you see the trailer for this? This looks
Yeah,
good.
let's watch that trailer.
This place was unexpected.
The house was in the will, and I'm next of kin, so...
It sat empty for 25 years.
I am Lensman Renata Nikor, local sheriff. Why don't you come to my house for supper tonight, and I can fill you in on your family history.
That is a striking piece of art.
In Sofandi, local myth. Iceland has its elves, Ireland has leprechauns, the rest of Norway has its trolls, and we have this lovely fellow.
And what does the writing say?
We just call him the slumbering one.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize there was anybody out there. Why would we leave this place?
I am pregnant, okay? I need to go.
O mighty slumbering one, I call to thee. Take my blood, my flesh, my body, my soul.
Bada boom.
So
Yeah,
the
that looks
Cthulhu Geek and me is excited about that trailer.
Tentacle, right. Have you watched on HBO the
No,
Cthulhu?
I have not yet.
No, Todd, I've not watched any HBO tentacle porn.
I want to watch
Tentacle Porner's not.
Hey,
never
you know
mind.
what?
Wrong show
Definitely
for
not
that.
on HBO.
This is not a
It's not the
hentai
good
show.
stuff.
What's it called though? Is Lovecraft Land? Is that what it's
Lovecraft,
called?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Melissa watched it. She really liked it. I
want to see it, but again, I don't have an HBO.
And again,
account either.
soon at the Nerdosphere, we will be playing Cthulhu.
We will be playing Cthulhu. Keep throwing it out there. I love it, baby.
I just love
Cthulhu.
that spooky things are now welcome 24/7.
I like
It
that,
doesn't
too.
have to be Halloween anymore.
I totally
just
agree. I totally
spooky
agree.
24/7.
So speaking of spooky Halloween,
Tell me.
that kind of goes into
Are we segueing?
one.
Oh, look
not
out.
that one, but better one. I loved a show that was on Showtime.
Is it smooth?
It was about a serial killer that worked for the Miami
not at
Police
all.
Department.
Okay.
Dexter had a great series,
More
great
importantly,
run.
yeah.
And one of the most disappointing
I thought the
ends.
ending
And yes,
sucked.
the ending did suck. It
was horrible.
They all know the ending sucked.
Ariel, if you're watching, spoiler alert.
Pissed everyone off.
Yeah.
But Dexter, he announced he is coming back to do the role for a limited series.
Is it going to be like pre-series
No,
or
it's
post? Like
post.
picking
It
up
takes
afterwards?
Catching up
right
with him, and
after.
Really?
now he's
So-
in hiding.
So it's going
Oh.
to take place in upstate New York, they announced. Small town called Iron Lake.
So what I'm
Fictive.
hearing is they're
Yeah.
trying to fix their shit.
So it's
I
going
would
to be...
like them.
We
to.
need a better ending. It's
Yeah.
about time.
Yeah.
It was
That and then Sopranos, I need them
That's
to-
the other one that was just horrific.
But I didn't start watching Dexter till after it was off the air. My friend's like, you need to watch it. So I'm like, it's probably stupid. Watch the first episode. Second, third. 8 hours in,
I
8
was shocked when he
episodes
started
in.
throwing those when he was throwing the body pieces in the plastic bags
Oh, yeah.
out of the boat.
It was great because
I'm like,
if
I'm
you
in.
haven't watched the show, it's about he's a serial killer, but
he only kills bad guys.
Yeah, he only kills
Yeah,
bad
the
guys.
best part
Rapists,
was is that his
murderers.
dad realized it
At
when he
young
was
age.
little
Yeah,
and,
nurtured
and
him.
whoops, sorry, Rob, and nurtured him to
I
only
love
kill
that it
bad
gives you
people.
that gray area. That
It
not
is. It's a super gray area.
some
Until he kills his
some
sister.
bad guys aren't that bad after all.
Which in real life was his wife. He married her
Oh, I
in real
forgot about
life.
that.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
married at one
yeah,
point.
yeah.
I don't think they are still married, but they were. But the show is
I liked
great. I just enjoy it.
They
I'm
all
happy
peter
it's
out
coming
though,
back.
because the ending was bad, and then the True Blood. I like the first couple of seasons of True Blood.
So it's funny.
just happy that
dropped
ended.
I don't know.
off.
Do you remember the little female Asian cop that was on there? The show?
In True Blood?
No, in Dexter.
No, I'm just giving you a hard time. Yeah.
She's in Lucifer.
Oh,
She's
I
a
haven't watched Lucifer yet, but I hear it's good.
CS agent.
Speaking of True Blood, were you a fan of Joe before or after he started on that?
Well, that's the
Joe?
first time I saw him. Actually, that's
Joe.
not true. My wife made me watch
How I Met Your
that
Mother?
stripper movie, and
That was after True Blood.
There's a true fan.
Stripper movie. What?
Magic Mike and Magic Mike 2.
Mike,
Oh,
because
that
Joe
Joe,
was in.
gotcha.
Yes, he
Joe
was.
was in him.
Actually-
One
But that
of
was
the other
after
few
True Blood.
things that Tampa's known
Yeah,
for.
actually, my
Magic
wife
Mike.
didn't make me, but I like saying that because I'm sure she's really pissed
Because
at me right
Channing
now. So.
Tatum's from
Those of you
Tampa.
out there
He's
that
not
don't know
from Tampa. He
why
lived
we
here
brought
for
him
like
up,
2
he's a
years.
great
He's not
D&D
from
fan.
here.
Who's that?
Joe.
Joe is. Yeah, Joe's awesome.
He's one of the
So-
he's one of the actors that really brought the light to.
Well, he's the
to
one
D&D.
writing the whole. He was working on the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Exactly. So,
So-
I mean, him and the Stranger Things TV show on Netflix. I mean, they
Oh, that's-
really brought some light to a good
They
light.
announced the release date for
to
new
D&D.
Stranger Things, by the way.
What's that?
What'd you say?
The other day they announced the it was past time of submitting everything, but they announced the release date.
Oh, that's good information. We need that like now.
When is this
Yesterday.
that spinoff supposed to launch?
The Halloween,
The Netflix
Camp
Nowhere thing.
I don't know. I
Is that
haven't
still
heard.
a thing, or is that get?
It's still supposed to be done.
August.
August 21st
Oh,
is our
that's
new
so
season of Stranger Things.
Damn
That's
you,
a
COVID.
year and a half after the last one.
Ouch.
Because the last
The
one
kids
was
are what now? 25.
But
2019 July.
It is in time
4.
for Halloween Horror Nights to have a house for them.
Oh no.
That's-
If there is a
that's
Halloween
spooky,
Horror Nights.
God willing.
Spooky.
Yeah, if there is a Halloween Horror Nights.
There is.
There will be.
There will be.
I have faith. Yeah, Dexter
There
will be
will
good though. I really do hope they fix that.
Yeah,
ending.
they need a better ending
because
for
that
this.
was.
While
I did
we're
not like
on
that. Yes.
Horror, spooky, scary stuff.
I'm ready.
Final
Another reboot.
Destination.
Oh,
It's
another
not-
reboot.
It's not a reboot.
I think
Not a
that's good
reboot.
though.
It's a continuation of the story.
I actually like the Final
I
Destination.
don't know how they're going to do it because
Yeah,
if
there's not
you-
what I did. Yeah.
If you watch the very first one, then watch the very last one, how the last one ends up technically being a prequel.
Yeah.
How are they continuing it? It just did the full circle of the
There's
whole
the
movie.
magic of good script writing.
It could be
the same
could
way
be
that
in
the
between
original one
movies.
started.
They could do an in betweener.
An in-betweener.
They
Yeah,
did what,
the
4
whole-
other in betweens?
Yeah, but it's a ripple effect. So even though we've seen how the ripple went this way, we don't know how the ripple went this way, this way, this way. That's the whole point of this.
That's true.
I like Final
Is that-
Destination because of that movie. I can't drive behind trucks that have wood logs behind them.
You know what?
Anytime
I
I'm
am right there
behind a
with
truck
you. Oh
like
my
that,
God.
I'm like, I can't be behind that lane. Please move.
Bad
Like when I
things
went
are
to
gonna happen.
Universal a couple weeks ago, me and my friend Nikki were in the car. We're like, this makes us think of Final Destination. Let's move a lane over.
Yeah, every time I got on an airplane, I think of Final Destination. So.
And then you're like, shit, I should have thought about that.
Hey, Final Destination gave me one of my weirdest obsessions ever.
Tell me.
So the new
Tell me. Tell me now.
the newest
ready.
one, the one that turned out to
Tell
be
me.
a sequel, there is a guy, the best friend, the one that's dating the gymnast. Do you know who I'm talking about? He also spoofs Batman in all the action movie things. What is his name? What is his name? Oh my God.
You'll think of it in 3 hours.
I will. Anyways, so he
Point for Ken.
is this particular actor. He's not your typical like Hollywood bougie actor. He's like an absolute closet nerd.
Okay.
So the second he got kind of noticed in the spooky community, he put out an album where he covers a whole bunch of like our favorite songs from spooky soundtracks, but he does them as the characters in the movie. So he does this one cover of Talking Heads, This Must Be the Place, but he's dressed as Patrick Bateman for it.
That
And it
is awesome.
Not
Wow.
only an amazing cover, and this
Yeah.
guy's a great singer, but visually, this music video is one of my favorite things on the planet. Why can't I? Miles Fisher. His name's Miles Fisher.
That is awesome. I'm right. I'm gonna have to look
So
it up now.
if we're starting
Mine
to go
is
with
This Must Be the Place. It's the best cover on
Okay.
the planet.
reboots and dark type reboots,
Call of Cthulhu.
well, besides
Let's
that,
do it right now.
my favorite comic book artist, toy maker.
Milo.
He's everything. Todd McFarlane has been talking about doing a Spawn reboot, and the reboot's going to be a rated R horror type.
Did you like the first Spawn movie?
I have a love-hate relationship with that movie.
There were some of it. I was in the end. I was disappointed.
So
That
there
clown
was a
freaked
lot
me the
because
hell out as a
McFarlane
kid.
didn't
That clown
have
was good.
he didn't have full control over the movie like he wanted, and because of copyright issues with the character Angela, because Todd McFarlane didn't create her, someone else did. They couldn't use her name in a movie, so they had to change her name in a movie. Yeah, so they changed the name of Chapel and Bishop, and it's just a mess. I did like John Leguizamo playing a clown. That was great.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that was good.
He was awesome.
That was scary clown. Scary
I
clown.
love clown. I love Violator.
The
But
maggots on the pizza always creeped me out.
yeah, Todd McFarlane was in the movie too. He was Todd the Bum, one of the homeless people in the movie. But
Did you like the Spawn actor though? That's
Michael J. White. Yeah, he's a good actor.
Well, wait, didn't it say he's going to be in the next one, though?
No, he is not.
he's
He's
not.
not happy with
He
his
gave-
reboot either.
Yeah.
He's totally against it. I can understand why being against it, but McFarlane has full creative control. He's forking out the money himself for everything. Person playing Spawn in this one is still being confirmed as Jamie Foxx, though.
Really?
So I'm not
Really?
sure. Yeah, I don't know about that. So, but it's
one of
supposed to be a darker twist on Spawn, like the comics, because the comics are really dark. Have you ever seen the Spawn HBO animated?
No.
That was a really dark twist.
It was.
Was it good?
More true to the comics, yeah. And that's where they're kind of
The
going
movie
with
just
Sam
so
and
turned me
Twitch.
off. I never. You know,
Comics are great. Spawn is a great anti-hero, I guess you would call him.
definitely an anti-hero.
He's like Punisher type person. Like there's I forgot the character's name, but there was a child molester in the comics, and his way of getting him back is torturing him, hanging him upside down, and shoving an ice cream bar down his throat, and writing a poem on him, and it's crazy. But I'm hoping the movie will come good. I love everything, all McFarlane's toys. He's been premiering new toys, and my pre-order, because I can talk about because John's not here. He did a Kickstarter last year for a new Spawn figure. It's the original Spawn figure, but bigger, more articulated, and everything. He did a Kickstarter for the fans who truly want a good figure to get it instead of mass producing $100 toys and flooding the market and them not selling because Walmart's not going to want to carry a $100 McFarlane toy.
I think Jamie Foxx might be one of those actresses you can't quite picture in the role, but you'll either be pleasantly surprised or just be like, turn off the movie. I think
Fox is a good actor.
I liked him in Django.
It's just one of those. It's one of those things that I haven't really seen him in that type of role.
Wasn't he the one that did the movie with
he
the
was
guy
great
from
with
Breaking
Charles.
Bad?
Yeah.
Where the
I
guy
don't
from
know.
Breaking Bad
I've never really
was
watched
like
Breaking Bad.
paralyzed, and he became like the housekeeper for him and everything.
I don't know. I've never really watched that show.
No.
Yeah,
That was Kevin Hart.
But he did do
No,
Hart's a
was
great
it?
actor.
Was it
Okay.
Kevin Hart?
Pretty sure.
Miami Vice.
I
I love how people just pretend that movie didn't happen.
I didn't really like that movie.
Because nobody wants to admit that movie happened. Anytime you take a good 80s TV show and try to make a movie out of it,
Okay.
I was
Miami
pulling
Vice,
for it.
Chips.
Pulling for
Chips
it.
is horrible. No.
Dukes of Hazzard is still on CMT like monthly.
Yep, and
The movie?
The movie
Five
with Jessica
red mice watch it.
Simpson,
It
Johnny Knoxville.
doesn't mean it's a good movie.
But we at least acknowledge that it
We do
exists.
acknowledge
Same
that.
thing with the Starsky and Hutch with
Another
Ben,
not good movie.
was it Ben Stiller and Luke
Ben
Wilson?
Stiller, yes.
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson.
One of the Wilsons.
No,
And
no.
Snoop Dogg
the one
is
with the
Huggy
nose
Bear?
that looks like a. You know,
Of all four, though, you got to admit Miami Vice was better than the other three.
Yeah, Miami
Yeah.
Vice. Had they not used that name, that would have been a great.
that would have been a
movie.
good action flick. I would
They
like
should
that.
have just not kept. They shouldn't
It
have
is.
attached it to the Miami Vice name.
But some
If
stuff
that
is-
was just
I don't
its
know.
own thing, like
It's a
another Bad
crapshoot.
Boy script or
Another-
something, everything would have been Gucci.
Yeah, I give you that. So, well, yeah. There's good running matter. Well, that's like with Deadpool, because Deadpool 3 is coming. Not gonna, I got high hopes for that.
So do I.
So,
Especially with Ryan Reynolds having complete control.
that'll be good, and it's going to keep the R rating.
He knows that character better than the writers at this point.
And it's going to be an MCU movie,
right?
So it's going to have a
Drop
even better budget and
Look at that
creative
face.
directing.
Look how cute he is.
I know, right? It's awesome.
He just looks cuddly.
So yeah, Deadpool 3 looks.
Oh
good.
yeah, it was Kevin Hart in that movie.
Speaking of Kevin Hart, I love The Secret Life of Pets. He's hilarious as that little rabbit. Oh,
He is
my
as the wrestling rabbit.
Yeah.
You are the end of the second one where he raps the song.
Yes.
Panda, 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 panda. It's fantastic.
I was just like,
Sorry,
Lost.
it's okay.
what? Oh, you got to watch The Secret Life
It's
of
all
Pets
right.
1 and 2. He plays the little white rabbit in that movie, and he plays as like.
This sounds like a cartoon.
It is.
So
But-
it is.
Oh, you're missing out.
I don't do cartoons.
She does not do cartoons.
I
What
have
about
no
would you
children
do?
and I don't smoke pot.
But would you do She-Hulk? Because that's a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, all right. So here we go. She-Hulk. Jessica Jones is probably going to be on She-Hulk, but
Jessica
that's not why I'm jumping up, because this brings me to a topic about this.
Call of Cthulhu.
Besides that,
Not yet. We're getting there.
so New York. Think about this. New York.
I'm
we
ready.
have Daredevil, Spider-Man, Avengers, X-Men, Iron Man, the Kung Fu dude,
Iron
Jessica
Finger, yeah.
Jones. We have so many damn superheroes.
Wait,
in-
Spider-Man's in New York?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
He's from the Bronx.
He's from the Bronx.
Yeah,
What?
he's.
Yeah.
In neighborhood Spider-Man protects New York.
Yeah.
Have you watched a Spider-Man
That's why in, like,
movies
the
that they're
Avengers
all-
movie,
Honestly,
he was on the
okay,
bus.
to be completely honest,
Tell me.
ever since the Spider-Man movie where he got all emo and he let that woman get mugged in an alley,
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
not.
Oh, that was pre-Tom Holland,
I don't
man.
care.
Tom Holland's amazing.
But-
That
back-
is where I gave up. I don't
Okay,
because I
but-
know plenty of people who don't have powers that would have stepped in.
Mm-hmm.
You don't deserve to be a hero just because you got out of your depression. I'm sorry, because I know
I
depressed
wipe
people
all
that would
those
not
movies
let
out
that
of my
happen. No.
That was the
No,
suit that
you
took over,
do
by
not
the way. That
deserve
had
a
nothing to
cape.
do
You
with
do
him.
not deserve
That was the Venom
anything.
suit. That was the Venom suit symbiote.
No, he was sad because MJ broke his heart. He was just sad. He was
Technically,
sad. Get
It was
over
a
it. I've been
symbiote
sad
suit
since I'm 13.
that
and I
controlled
would
his
not allow that to happen.
emotions.
He's a punk.
He is.
On Mike's topic there.
Tell me.
That is when the technical anti-hero part of Spider-Man should have came out, which
Yeah.
was right, because
But-
Venom would have just walked away from that situation. He would not have gave a crap.
So we have all these heroes in New York City. How is there still crime going on in New York? Tell me, how is there crime with all these heroes
Because people are
everywhere?
inherently evil.
Because apparently it's acceptable to just walk away if you're not in the mood to deal with it.
There's so many heroes.
look at that.
New York.
Who protects New York City?
Exactly. Why is there crime?
Because people are stupid. Why do people run into the White House?
Why is Kingpin a Kingpin boss in New York when
Because-
there's...
I can't count how many there are right now, but you got all those superheroes. Yeah, great. How many people live in New York?
And how
How
come they're all
many people-
surrounding
What is the
Manhattan? Like, what about us in
superhero
Brooklyn? Like,
to
we don't,
person
we don't get to be
ratio.
saved?
Oh, now we're zoomed in. Nice job, Rob. I dig that.
Yeah, look at all of them.
Well, you don't
Punisher.
count. You
In
can't
one
count Nick
borough.
Fury.
In one borough. What about everybody
Daredevil
else?
is only in one bureau, right? Borough. Doctor Strange.
Oh, wait, no, there's somebody-
Doctor Strange
there's
can't leave his building because he's protecting the stone. See, we can count.
We can narrow this down.
Yeah,
You know what I'd really like to see a map of? Every single stop
that's really good.
in the Warriors.
Oh, they got the Watchmen on there too. That's
Nobody
hilarious.
cares about that.
I love that.
Everybody
We're
cares
talking about
the Warriors.
superheroes protecting New York. Why is there still crime?
I don't know, but let's
Because
talk about
if it-
something really
If there
important.
was no crime, it
Cthulhu?
wouldn't be
Call
New
Cthulhu.
York.
Yes. When are we going to run it? We got to run it.
I know. Hey, let's talk about Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, that one too.
No, hey, one more video from the Nerdosphere. We got to get this in. This is on condition markers. So let's say I punch
Jeez.
Mike in the face.
He's
and
stunned.
he is stunned. In order to remember that he's stunned, we have to track his condition. And this video will actually tell you an easy way to do it. How's that for a segue?
I don't know
Punching
what
me
you
in the
just
face.
said.
That's a perfect segue.
That is a segue.
What is this? Everybody hitting Mike on the show.
I can pull you a beer and smash it.
Well, it's better than hitting on Mike on the show.
But yeah, this is on condition markers in Dungeons and
Depends
Dragons.
who's hitting on me, honestly.
Hey, this This is Todd from the Glorious Geeks. I am coming from the Nerdosphere, the ultimate streaming lounge. More information soon to come. This is going to be a fast video. We are going to talk about condition markers. Great tool for the Dungeon Master and for the players. In the heat of battle, if someone is fairy fired, if someone is held, if someone is poisoned, all these different things, it's good to know at a glance that they are when you're looking at your game board. Now, so saying, you can, through the glory of Etsy and other things, pick up official condition markers that have the names written on them. Poisoned, grappled, all this type of stuff. These are a little expensive. Thankfully, my gaming group threw together and bought me these as a gift last year, which I liked. But what happens is, in the middle of gameplay, you're trying to like sort out, and you're like, okay, wait. I need to get, okay, what's this one? See, you're trying to read, deafened. Okay, deafened, right? So you're trying to find the piece that you need. And one of the things that I've learned as a dungeon master through the years is you don't want to slow things down. The rule of fun I always try to do when I'm DMing. So if I'm not sure about a rule or if something happens, I'll pick a very simple way to resolve it so we can just keep going. So these are okay and they're nice. Sometimes a player will dig out the one that I want, but the thing that I like the most are these. These are fantastic. Milk rings. I've been using milk rings for forever. And I thought I was a genius. I'm like, oh my, I'm the only one in the world who uses milk rings. And then I'm watching Critical Role, Matt Mercer, he uses milk rings. I'm like, okay, that's fine, that's fair. But milk rings work very well. So, as an example, you have your character, somebody throws a fairy fire on them, you just drop the milk ring on them. Even with larger miniatures, same thing. Easy to use, easy to remember. I just use like green is poisoned, orange might be something else. I mean, simple concept. Obviously, you can see how much quicker it moves and how much easier it is to do that. And again, these are nice. In fact, one of the cool things that's nice about these is if I throw the ring down on the table, the miniature base fits right in the middle of the ring. But again, speed sometimes is everything. You don't want to slow the combat down to dig out and grab those things. So if you can, collect your milk rings, put them in a baggie. They're fantastic. They're cheap. I got a lot of mine. I went to a local restaurant that served, chocolate milk and things. And I just said, hey, I have a really weird question. Can I dig through your trash? And I got like a ton of these out of their garbage. So it worked great. Anyway, that's it. These work fantastic for keeping track of these types of things. Happy gaming. We'll catch you soon.
He invented fuck glitter. Oh, la, 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 la.
Hey.
He invented glitter.
And let's add to the count.
I can't.
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu 2.
Mandalorian.
So that's it. So that's how. So when you play, there's inexpensive ways to get what you need when you play at the table. So
fuel injector.
That's the word I was looking
We talk
for.
nerdy. She's like fuel injector.
Fuel injector.
That's my 2 words for the night. Goodbye.
That's all right.
Alexis has left the building.
No, that's awesome. Oh man. So what about Game of Thrones? That's sort of fantasy related.
I hear that ending kind of messed with people too.
I'm not a fan of Game of Thrones.
You haven't watched it?
Never watched it.
I like Game of Thrones except for the last couple of episodes. So
yeah,
the only thing I knew about Game of Thrones is what I saw in the recap at Bill and Ted at Halloween Horror Nights, because Bill and Ted, they make fun of all the pop culture references throughout the year. They made fun of a couple of aspects of Game of Thrones, but if Bill and Ted didn't make fun of it, I don't know what they're talking about.
I think what threw me off on that last episode, and spoilers, if you've not watched Game of Thrones, I
If you have
apologize.
not watched it,
But
something's
anyways,
wrong.
Yeah, I agree with that statement. But
Statute of limitations.
well,
Okay,
exactly.
so before we go there, so we have a comment on this show.
Uh-oh.
John said, "Is Ken afraid of Alexis? He is sitting so far away from her."
We got a giant cord.
Yeah,
going
there's a
right
big
between
giant
us, so
cord,
there's nowhere
and
to-
this is where
He
my
is afraid of
microphone
her.
was and my chair was.
He's very
so no, I'm
afraid.
not afraid of her. It's just where my chair
should
was.
be.
Anyways, thanks for the comment, John. We appreciate it. Keep them coming.
Okay.
So the Game of Thrones ending where the dragon carried off, Daenerys. I didn't quite understand that. I'm like, is I'm gonna throw her in fire, try to resurrect her?
I don't know. I heard the
He's gonna make
writers
babies with her.
decided
Throw her off the
they just
boat
lost
and
it, and they just
They got bored with
lost
it?
their motivation, and then because they did such a bad job, they got fired off of another movie that they were supposed to do.
That's
So, but of course, now there is going to be a what? A
what?
prequel.
Prequel / spinoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, prequel to Game of Thrones. Olivia Cook, Emma.
Cash a cow.
Yeah.
Cash a cow.
Now,
But isn't the dead guy the guy that got poisoned? Wasn't he working on this? Is that slowing down production?
I don't know.
I
Who's
don't
Matt
know.
Smith? I don't even know who Matt Smith is.
I thought that was this show that he was working on.
I don't.
It was Game of Thrones, the first one.
Yeah.
What are you talking?
What?
What dead guy?
The guy that got poisoned. I thought that he was part of the team that was
talking about
working
Joffrey?
on this TV show.
The actor that played Joffrey?
No,
The king?
No. The real guy that got poisoned.
Like, for real guy
Who got poisoned?
It was on our list that we never got to like 3
Oh,
weeks
I don't
ago.
know.
Well-
there was a real guy on that worked on Game of Thrones and like on the. Thank you.
Thank you.
The God has spoken.
The voice over the speakers.
I thought it was
His
voices in my
announcement.
head.
The voice. The
Oh,
producer.
he
okay.
didn't get poisoned. He's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Suspected. Well, it says suspected.
Being
poisoning.
poisoned.
Was
But-
it ever confirmed?
that's interesting.
You didn't hear, but he was supposed to. I thought he was part of this series. So are we?
Oh, I don't know.
Behind on production because of this? Did
I
they
don't
already
know.
like recast him? Like what's going on?
If he was behind it, I would imagine they're probably a little behind. When
Well-
He just took his money. He's dead.
They have.
See, that's what happens when you poison too many characters on the Game of Thrones.
Well,
the producer
People
gets
get
poisoned.
really confused when you
Yes.
die in real
This
life.
says.
That was the guy I was supposed to poison. Crap.
Yeah, Olivia Cook, who I don't know who she is.
She's a good cook.
Emma Darcy and Matt Smith are to star, but I don't know who any of those. Anybody familiar with those?
I don't know. Those don't.
Number
Now-
19.
This prequel, is this the House Targaryen prequel?
I do not know. Yes,
All right.
yes says
The voice has spoken.
The
It
voice
is
has
the House
spoken.
Targaryen prequel. So that's exciting. I know,
I feel
Kip,
like
if
we're
you're
the
watching, I know
Teletubbies in
you're
that
excited,
I know,
buddy.
that's right.
So I hope we get to watch that soon. So
COVID will be 5 years.
I'm the blue Teletubby. You're the yellow
I
Teletubby.
never watched Teletubbies.
Okay.
You're the red. And
What is
he's
that?
the green.
Po
I
la
s-
la.
You
I
watch the
don't-
Teletubbies?
Oh my gosh.
No,
The other one.
I just remember colors.
I
Yeah,
didn't.
the red one was Po. The yellow one was Lala.
Man.
Eat shit, wasn't that?
Itsy.
Didn't one of them
Winky.
say like eat shit when they made the toys?
That is a horrible
One
thing
of them
to say.
cussed.
Yeah, I do remember that, but I don't remember what it
I
was.
bought it
was
just 'cause it
said.
cussed.
Speaking of toys,
Speaking of toys, we already
I'm
talked
still.
about
I know.
Yeah, we
So
talked
CES,
about it, but we didn't really.
CES. Do y'all know about CES?
What is CES?
yes,
Tell
please
me.
tell us. Inform me.
It's the Electronic Expo.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
It's huge. It's big
is
every
that canceled? Is it the one that's in Vegas?
year. So it's not canceled.
Yet.
You can watch it virtual.
Virtual.
So everybody
difference.
at home can
That
actually
seems
watch
to
it.
lose a lot of.
Mojo.
So what happens
Yeah.
at this
Mojo.
convention?
Is it like the toy convention except for electronics?
Yeah, pretty much.
So would Cellmate be there, or would it?
Cellmate would be there because usually at CES, don't they do the adult award shows in Vegas also at the same time? That's what Mike tells
if
me.
that happens simultaneously,
I don't think it happens simultaneously. But yes, that award show is done there too.
you know that cleaning staff's getting paid.
It really is. Yeah. Is it worth it? Is it really worth it? I don't know.
Which show?
The adult award show.
Yes, it's worth it.
So, but
Anyway,
yeah, CES.
so what happens at this convention?
So you'll
Tell me,
be
Mike.
able-
I'm ready. Go.
You'll be able to watch it virtually and see all the new cool electronics coming out.
There's a new Call of Cthulhu electronics coming out.
Is there?
I don't know.
No, he's lying.
there isn't
I heard about Mandalorian car coming out. I don't know.
There will be none of that.
There will be no
There'll
more
be more
Mandalorian
Mandalorian.
at this table. Razor, yeah.
I went to a convention out in Orlando once that was it was the weirdest thing ever. So my cousin worked for this company who would get contracts with like the US government to make these crazy training things.
Okay.
I'm not a techie person. So when he calls me and he's like, "Hey, do you want to go to this convention?"
Are these the thing that shoots you and you vibrate?
That's
that
laser
is
tag.
child's play compared to what I wanted.
Okay.
So he tells me, "You want to go to this convention in Orlando?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah." Like, and I'm already picturing what costume I'm going to wear. And he's like, "No, babe." Like, and he explains to me that it's a military convention for like out of this world weapons.
Yeah.
And
That's
and I was
like
okay,
the
this
Spec
is
Force guys
super
are out there and all that
interesting.
stuff. Yeah.
So I go out there, and not only was there was this weird dome thing that you could like fly a plane, and you could actually, it felt like you were in the plane. Like, it wasn't just like you could see it. Like, it felt like you were taking off. And it was the weirdest thing ever. It lasted about 2 seconds in that, and I was like, And then there was this other one that had these robot people that it simulated like a Humvee exploding. And these robots, you had to like tie up their like wounds before they bled out, and like the robot's literally like screaming for its mother and like grabbing onto it. Was a robot. I had a straight up anxiety attack with that. But then I ended up talking to the people who made these robots. Cool. It was really dope.
Yeah.
It was called ITSEC.
Huh.
ITSEC or SEK. I don't remember. But it happens every year in Orlando.
Yeah,
Whatever the case, the people that made the robots, I was joking with them about how unrealistic it was, totally being sarcastic because it creeped me out, and I just didn't want them to see that I was actually panicking. And they were like, "Oh, well, what was unrealistic about it?" And I was just like, "Okay, well, these people don't understand sarcasm." So the first thing that came to my mind was like, the skin's a little, fleshy, whatever. And so they gave me a roll of skin. And they were like, "Can you bring this to like your tattoo artist friends, this, that, and the other, and give us feedback to make it more realistic?" So fast forward a couple weeks, I forget that I have a bag of skin in my trunk.
That's cool.
Got pulled over.
Whoops.
Nice.
I would have fun with a cop with that one.
Anyways, when you were talking, that's all I could think of.
That's
was this-
interesting.
But it was crazy. Like, those robots were so real.
Speaking of cool tech,
I'm
I have
ready.
an idea for you. It might be out there already. I don't know. But Call of Cthulhu VR.
I'm sure it's out there.
How cool would that be, though?
I don't know. Tentacles everywhere? Great.
But
Tentacles
talk
are
about
great.
VR. Does anybody play Microsoft Flight Simulator?
I played it back when it was version 2.0 on DOS 5.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
It's really detailed now. I've been watching videos of it because it almost made me want to get it at one point. And I'm like, how often am I really going to want to fly a plane and crash a plane?
Dude, it's crazy. People actually build cockpits.
Yes.
To fly
We know
this.
someone that has one.
Rudder pedals, the throttle.
But Microsoft, because
And
the
they
games
fly
are
across
open
the country,
source,
yeah.
you can add mods. There's a new mod to it for Star Wars.
Well, that'd be cool, though.
So imagine doing a TIE fighter or
I want Mando ship.
X-Wing, and we can
That
play
would
the
be cool.
video,
That got
and we can
blowed
talk
up.
over the video if Rob can play it.
There's a video?
Yeah, there's a video we can talk over.
Hey, there it is.
So
Man,
there's the
look
normal
at those
game.
graphics.
No
Are we
more-
talking over it?
Yeah,
no
we're
more
talking over it.
9-bit.
Rob, if
No,
you can
we're
hear me, bark twice.
on air.
So, but yeah,
Ooh, that's an A-wing.
yes.
That's a
TIE
TIE
Interceptor.
Yeah, TIE Interceptor.
X-wing.
X-Wing.
That's an X-wing. Well, that's an early X-wing from the color scheme
Yes.
on it,
Yeah.
though, from the right.
Pod
Yeah,
racer.
the light blue
Pod
color
racer.
scheme.
Nice.
There's the A-wing again.
No, that's not the A-wing. That's the.
Oh, that's a snow one.
Yeah, that's a snow.
You
speeder.
can fly it.
Yes, the slave one.
That's slave one.
So this one irritates me when they zoom out. It's the speeder bike.
Speeder. That's cool though.
Why is it so high in the air?
Because
It's a mod. I understand. You
know.
can't put it on the ground. But yeah,
Oh, see, a
I kinda-
T70. That's what I was saying.
I would kind of want to buy the game just. To
I have a
try
T70 for my X-wings miniature battles, which is totally off topic, but
So
yeah,
what
that
are
was
these
cool.
people shooting?
that. You're not shooting nothing.
You just
It's
fly.
just a
What are you
simulator.
doing?
So
Whoa,
Microsoft
I was
Flight
just about to ask
Simulator.
if that was one. I
You're
was
drinking
just about
beer,
to ask.
sitting in your
You're just
home,
cruising.
cruising
Well,
around.
Yeah, Flight Simulator. You pilot
Y'all
an
are just
airplane.
cruising. That's
That's
this
exactly-
You can fly any kind of airplane anywhere through the world.
Probably they got like some candles lit, some soft jazz in the background, I would assume, and just,
Their wife rubbing their toes.
Oh, Star Destroyers. That's cool.
Yeah. So they added a mod where you can fly other ships now. It's pretty cool if
That
you
is
want to
cool.
fly it. And you can't fight in it, but it's still fun. Just take the snow one out there.
Yeah, the snow speeder I don't really dig, but I like the ships. There's AT-ATs. That's
Yeah.
cool.
So it's pretty cool. I still don't think
I take
would
that back,
really
but, yeah,
buy
it
the
is
game,
nice.
but
So if it's a game, what is the objective?
none. You just fly.
So then is
Microsoft
it really
Flight
called
Sim-
a game?
Yes, it's still a game.
No, they don't
It's
call it a game.
simulator.
It's a simulator.
Okay.
It's Microsoft
Yeah,
Flight
it's-
Simulator.
It's basically like, when they simulate you in the wind tunnels or in the hurricane tunnels.
Yeah, but that's not a game.
I
There's
like-
no winning or losing
yeah,
at that. It's just a thing
exactly.
you do.
I wonder if they still make F-16 Falcon. Remember, that used to be a simulator. That was
would be
very
cool.
popular, too. I don't even know.
Hey, that's
The
cool.
Y-wing.
Yeah, that's the Y-Wing.
So yeah.
So do you get to choose where you're cruising?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like real-world maps you're flying,
Yeah.
or if you're flying
Like
on
They're real
Star
world.
Wars.
They're real world.
So I could go to Dubai in that.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
I think if they did Star Wars worlds, it would be a lot more
like
programming
that.
involved.
Probably because you gotta render everything.
Maybe in a few years.
Well, you just keep going to Hoth. Everything's white.
Can't beat it. So Greenland
Or
is all you're
everything's
flying.
brown.
at.
Yeah,
Antarctica.
exactly. That's all it takes.
So yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
All right, that was nicer than I thought. I was unprepared for that.
What we got to get going in the Nerdosphere, we need to get those miniatures up on the ceiling for the X-wings.
We
and
do.
all
I
those
know.
other
I
ships.
know.
That'd be awesome.
It will.
Coming soon to the Nerdosphere.
Shh. Yeah, that'd be nice. And we can play some Call of Cthulhu.
Yes.
How do you play that?
Or some Star Wars. We can get some Star Wars
It's all
going. in there.
percentage dice. It's a piece of cake to play. So yeah, and Star Wars, that's fun to play too. That's another good
We need to
game.
get some of that going on in there.
So well, I want to play that new superheroes game.
Cards Against Marvel.
Cards Against
Against
Marvel.
I would play that.
I think that would be a
I will
blast
come to your
play.
Nerdosphere for
You will
that.
come. See.
Well, okay, time to get that game. All right, let's get it ordered.
So yeah, is that
It's Cards Against Humanity.
is it
but
out
Marvel
or is it
style.
just being advertised for right now? Is it dropped or is it? Anybody know?
I don't know.
I
But you know what they did release?
share.
Tell me.
Dude, I don't read
Critical
what I
Hits
share. I'm a
version of
millennial.
Munchkin.
Critical Role.
Critical Role.
Yeah, I'm
Correction.
with you.
Yes.
Oh,
I want to play that.
that hurt my heart.
That is going
I
to be
know.
fun.
Scanlan would be disappointed in you.
It is. Have you ever played Munchkin?
Yes.
Yes,
I love
it's amazing.
Munchkin.
Yeah. I got Munchkin Zombie, which is a lot of fun.
We need to play that.
So a friend of mine,
It is for sale, but not in
Stacy
American
and
money.
Jack did.
What is going on here?
That's
That's
American
what?
money. That's $48.
Why does it look like that? I swear it did not say that. What just happened?
You know what?
I don't.
Another
know.
game that I just recently played, Dungeon, from
Look.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh my god.
Oh, that board game. That was actually written back in the 70s and they re-released it.
I know it's really cool.
See, that would be another one good one, too.
It's a really cool intro game, but it's also cool for
Changes.
Oh, Euro.
D&D
too.
players
Yeah.
themselves because
Yeah.
you get that aspect in it too.
It is.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, you know what? We'll bring that. We'll get that over in Nerdosphere also.
Do we
So
have
be
the
awesome.
Critical
Come on
Role
over.
cookbook over there?
No, we got
have a
the-
Critical Role book. It's like the history of.
I saw the
Critical Role,
cookbook I was at Emerald City Comics Saturday.
but we have the
and I saw
cookbook too. In fact, Stacy, hi Stacy.
Hey, Stacy.
On Fridays for D&D, she would pre-cook all these fantasy meals out of this book. It was actually really good.
They are.
And
The
in fact, we're going to
chili
get
I
her
need to
in.
come raid y'all's D&D
We
party
are
then.
going to do a video with Stacy and whoever talking about what she cooked and prepared out of this book. That was really good.
The chili was
Chili was
phenomenal.
fantastic.
Like
Chili.
it was amazing.
It was
Like,
good. It
I've
impacted
had-
everybody for days.
I'm from Michigan.
I was
I've
about
had
to say,
chili.
aren't y'all sitting in close quarters?
It was
She's
good.
feeding you chili.
It was good.
She
It was
hates
good.
you.
And then there was a black pudding we had, and there was, yeah, it was really good. So a lot of fun.
Make
So
me
anyway,
hungry.
we'll wrap it up.
Yep.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks for watching,
week.
guys.
Have a beautiful week.
Again,
Stay warm.
Follow us at Nerdosphere on
Follow
Twitch,
us at Nerdosphere,
Facebook.
yeah.
Check,
Check out
out
the store.
the new website, webeamtv.com. A lot's been posted, change on there, and we're actually having our wonderful mugs put up
Check
there
out the
soon.
gloriousgeeks.com.
Glorious
Check out our new
Geeks.
miniatures.
Go to
our new gear.
YouTube, subscribe to the page.
And if you're local, come to the shop.
Come to
say
the
hi.
shop. Say hi. We
And
got
if
stuff
we're
going
not
on.
filming, you might be able to knock on our door and come say hi to us and check out the set here.
Everything.
Yeah.
Come check us out.
I
Play
won't
some
bite.
Call of
We're
Cthulhu.
here.
But we will see everybody next week. I
Cthulhu's
hope everybody
coming.
has a safe and wonderful
Yay.
week.
Absolutely.
It's
I want to
been
play
fun.
that Marvel game, though. I'm
I
sorry.
want to
Yeah,
play
that Marvel
Cthulhu.
game would be pretty
Let's
awesome.
play Cthulhu.
We'll play Cthulhu.
While we're watching
the Marvel
Mandalorian.
game.
Can we
good,
dress
though.
up as Cthulhu and
Yeah,
play
We'll
the
see y'all
Marvel?
later.
That would be
Thank
awesome.
you.
Bye.
Bye.